Hello, and welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel. I'm just going to jump into the chatting scene for now, as I am standing by waiting for Ryunokage. I started up early because I wanted to talk. Now, I said out on my Discord that next stream, Saturdays, will be delayed. It'll be later in the day. There is nothing wrong. This is purely... Well, I'll wait a little bit and see if anyone drops in. I have to edit these anyway, so actually, yeah. Hello! Welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel. I have begun the recording for this as well, so that I can try to edit it using OBS's own editing software for the first time. Let's see how I do with that. Now, earlier I did say that tomorrow there's no stream. Obviously, that's Friday. But my Saturday stream will be delayed. This is because of me needing to go shopping. I am going to be getting a grill. A charcoal grill. And a few other things to go with it, including charcoal. For now, I'm on standby while I wait for Ryu to go online. Honestly, there's so much I want to talk about that I can't talk about, in case any of my D&D players watch this stuff. I can say one thing, though. They found out that in the world setting they're in, not all the gods are dead. At the very least, Ayun, goddess of knowledge and magic, has been corrupted into a eldritch monstrosity of madness and mania. I gave them full warning that that entire campaign setting that they chose, three of the four people chose. The fourth person dropped in after it started. I provided them with a number of potential campaigns, including Shipwrecked, uh, Shipwrecked, Royal Wedding, and Dead Gods. And they chose the Dead Gods. I warned them that there would be cosmic horror, and I double check the boundaries whenever anything along the lines of, in this situation, wasps, giant wasps. Prior to beginning this, I asked them straight up if anyone had any insect or arachnophobia before they entered that dungeon. They were all good. Didn't come up and wasn't an issue until giant wasps. They said, on that, don't go into too much detail. And I didn't. I'm not trying to say that I am an excellent DM, but I do communicate with my players. I try to stay on top of that. After a combat that lasted a few sessions, that frustrated them, and I tried hinting at solutions. I flat out explained every concept and mechanic that that encounter had, and how they consistently had just the worst luck in the situation, and how there were multiple stopgaps that they just weren't triggering. In compensation for that, and because I didn't want things to drag out too much in a entire slog, while they had investigated the next floor of the dungeon, and I couldn't exactly remove that, I did decide to remove the additional cave system that would come after that. You have to be flexible as a DM. You're not just writing a book with this. You're not in charge of the entire story. Your players will have their own goals, objectives, distractions, and a bunch of other things. And they are going to have great ideas that you yourself didn't think of. You don't have to take all of them. But if they offhandedly mention something about how wouldn't it be funny if XYZ, and that just happens to be better than what you have planned, then roll with it. It's not the DM versus the players. It's the DM and the players working together to build the world, to create the story. And a lot of the problems with bad D&D are a lack of communication or pure insanity in some situations, but those are rarer and fewer between, or far between. Anyway, point is, communication. It's important. And it's one of those things that is sometimes overlooked. Huh. Anyway, the point of it is talk to your players. If you have a stressful or a stressful situation or a combat that drags out longer than you would think, or any of that, here's something I tend to do after each session. I ask the players to let me know if they have any comments, concerns, or advice. Anything I did good, bad, or they were confused by. Things like that. And I take that advice, I incorporate what I can, and I roll with it. In my opinion, there is no perfect DM. And for every Critical Role fan out there, don't chew my head off. Matt Mercer is a great DM, an excellent one even. But he's not perfect. No one is perfect. And that's fine. But yeah, talking to your D&D players is the best advice I can give you for any DMs out there. While we wait for Ryu to show up in Discord. He's a little late. Oh. He's going live now. I'm going to try and get him in the Discord. Hello!
Yes, hello. Sorry about that. I was there was still something else I needed to do.
It happens. Sometimes with an SH in front, sometimes with a CR in front. Sometimes both. Natural ones! And there we go. Collab chat. And
All right.
alright, I sent the stream together invite.
I literally just beat you to it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Let's get this going. There we go. Wrong thing.
It's not showing anything for the invite.
You look under notifications.
Nope.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna try again.
I'm gonna try. There we go. And start
Had to
sharing
click to
chat.
join it manually. Apparently.
Well, that happens.
Received an achievement, the Empire business. Anyone let me know if you want me to stream old Star Wars games. I gotta play with the music turned off though.
True.
Because thank you, Disney.
Yeah. All right. Let me just switch the scene. Okay, there we go. That should be good. All right.
Okay, so I was getting tired of fighting stream elements, so I uninstalled everything and reinstalled it, and now there are no problems.
Huh. I want to point out that you basically turned it off and back on again.
Pretty much. But this time I installed everything. All the plugins and everything, so I had to manually reprogram it back in. And now we're completely fine.
Well, on my end, I am going to be trying OBS's editing software.
Oh yeah, I discovered something, by the way. Apparently the Mawile, there are checks that the game looks for, and if you fulfill them, Mirror B will have it later.
What checks?
First of all, you gotta get the nose pass from him. That's one thing.
Okay.
The other thing is, I think you gotta either beat City Dark Isle, so the last dungeon, or this one.
All right.
By the way, I was unoriginal. I have a victory bell. Its name is Liberty. Yes. I am so original.
You don't need to be original. In fact, while I was waiting for you to go live, I was just rambling about what to do as a DM to be a better DM.
Oh yeah.
My main advice, talk to your players.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be after a huge blow up. Whenever there's stress, or even before that, at the end of a session, here's one thing I do at the end of every session. I ask the players to let me know if they have any comments, concerns, advice. Anything I did good, anything they did poorly, anything they are confused about. And I also let them know that they can DM me this information in case they don't want to bring it up to the entire group.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for the players too. Talk to your DM if something is bothering you. They're not going to know if you don't.
Yeah, like if something doesn't quite mesh well, or it's like, hey, this doesn't make sense. Could you elaborate?
Remember, 97.45% of DMs are on the spectrum.
Yep. Unless you're Vin Diesel.
Let's be honest. Even Matthew Mercer's probably a little bit on the spectrum.
I'm sure he is. Oh.
How else did he put up with Sam Riegel?
To the person that was complaining about me not having a ground type move on Sand Slash, at the very top of the factory, they give you the TM for Earthquake.
Oh, that is good, because I have not changed anything about my party at all.
Getting rid of Swift, I don't need it.
I haven't been doing grinding.
I have. I'm level 38 across the board.
My highest is level 36. And that's Dust Skull. Continuing on.
Also, yes, the Meditype finally evolved, and the Medicham, it had to be conscious to evolve. That was the problem.
I remember it was either red or blue. I had a Pokemon that reached a level of evolution while unconscious. Alright, the mirror radar lost signal. Okay. It came back to consciousness with the amount of HP it gained from evolving.
Yep. And the Medicham seems kind of weak. Take that attack stat and double it. That is his attack stat. His attack is 55, so that means his attack stat is actually 110. Which for this point in the game
scientist
makes that my strongest Pokemon.
Ariados and Girafarig. That's a combo.
It's a good combo in my playthrough on Crystal Legacy.
Honestly, Tifa is not in a good situation here. Hades,
No.
you're going to be probably key here. The fight is going against Girafarig, though. A lot of people don't realize Girafarig is a dual type.
Yes. And because of its dual typing, it is immune to Ghost.
That is correct. It is the exact same type as Indeedee. Because Indeedee it is.
Yep.
Oh look, another Pokemon that's weak to fire.
Also, Victory Bell's 3D sprite in this game is honestly pretty bad.
It is.
So this thing's going to be those ugly things going to be on screen, but hey, it's a good grass type for what it's worth.
It is. I mean, it suffers from the Gen 1 grass poison combo.
But its stats make up for it. It's a lot stronger than you think it is.
Yeah, and also, if you consider the location of Gen 1, the amount of poison types may be because of toxic pollution.
Yep. Oh yeah, the earthquake from Sand Slash hurts a lot.
Oh yeah. It's a physical move. Well, it's a physical type.
And same type attack bonus. Plus, Sand Slash's physical attack's pretty high.
Yes, it is. Oh boy, is it physical attack high.
That's why I feel like so many people underestimate it.
It's a bit of a glass cannon, and I feel like that's why people underestimate it. But
Well, its special defense is awful. That's its problem.
it is. It is. Combined with all of its weaknesses being specials, that was why it's been so overlooked.
But it has decent speed, good physical defense, and then and good physical attack. So
Yeah, and I mean, doesn't the Lowland Sand Slash get Snow Veil or Ice Veil?
Snow Cloak, yeah,
Snow Cloak.
it does.
Which raises its special defense in a blizzard.
Also, I'm realizing how mean this combo is going to be once it gets Sunny Day working.
Oh boy.
The Nine Tails and the Victory Bell.
Oh no.
So it's Chlorophyll plus Solar Beam. Suddenly, Victory Bell's stock goes up a lot.
Yeah. And a lot of the Pokemon that are overlooked are ones that you just need the right combo or the right perspective for. They're not bad Pokemon.
That's why it's a shame that Drought Ninetales is not a thing yet.
Alright, I beat up a scientist. Yada yada, ultimate shadow Pokemon. Ah. I feel like this Cypher peon is almost me.
Yeah.
They were talking in percentages. I didn't know this guy existed, people. Like it says in my thing, this is my first playthrough of this game, and oh, we have to get rid of Wobbuffet first.
Yes. Shadow Tag.
It should still be affected by moves that don't deal damage.
Correct.
So
You know, come to think of it, that is a very mean combination.
It is. That's why I'm trying to paralyze this ninja.
Because the Wobbuffet can get off Safeguard, and that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, that was... wait.
I hate that it took me this long to realize it, but it's like, you do realize the joke about Lava Fett, right?
That's how it is.
It's just a punching bag.
That's how it is.
Yep. That too. In fact, in the Pokemon universe, like Pokopia and Pokemon Channel, you can have punching bags that are shaped like Lava Fett.
As is intended.
Yep.
Ah! Shedinja dug a hole. I'm in danger. Wait. Summary.
I saw somebody do a randomized Nuzlocke. They got one of the biggest breaks ever. They got a good Pokemon that turned out to be, this was Gen 4, Ghost Dark with Wonder Garb.
Okay, I'm sending in Beyblade. Go Issa, and once y'all come back, let it rip.
Alright, so.
Oh, that is bull! They did not know I was switching in Beyblade.
This game is, its AI is actually kind of rigged. Both Coliseum and Gale of Darkness are notorious for this.
Yeah, okay, you survived that. That is huge. Okay, Lisa. Now, Mugani's return against my Brava, and Hades is going to use Ember against Shedinja. And yes, you are faster than a paralyzed cicada husk.
And the Cicada Husk is slow to begin with, so.
I took no chances.
Understandable.
Alright,
so. This Shadow Arbok here is the first instance of a very lethal Shadow move. It's called Shadow Half. What it does is it's a Hyper Beam attack. So the user cannot move the next turn, but it halves every single Pokemon on board's HP.
Oh! It's a whole field Hyper Fang.
Yes. With cooldown, because, you can't have something that powerful go off all the time. But that also helps you, because it makes it easier to capture these Shadow Pokemon.
Yeah.
I was going to say, have I failed one? Yes. Yeah, I failed the Weeping Bell.
I could probably catch this Magneton now.
Again, if this game were one generation later, you'd have a monster on your hands with that.
Yes, I would.
I've used Magnezones in playthroughs.
Many such cases.
I have used Magnezone in various playthroughs. It is very worth it. Steel Electric is a great type combo. It's not the greatest, but it is a great type combo. And Magnezone special attack, I think its base special attack is like 130 something, which is absurd.
That is absurd.
I think that's the base special attack of Chandelure.
And let's be perfectly clear, both of them are 3-stage evolutions, with the 3rd stage now being Lockbind to Stone.
Yes.
And aside from Mount... I forget. Anyway, point is, Sinnoh, Regent's Mountain,
Mount Coronet.
Mount Coronet. Aside, the only other time it's been tied to a location is the electric leader in Alola location.
Yep.
Because I don't think even in the second games it was available in 5.
Black and white, no. And black 2, white 2, yes.
Oh, then it was tied to the cave there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Chargestone Cave, which that makes perfect sense.
The only one that I would have had trouble figuring out as a location of magnetic power would have been Mount Coronet.
Considering, well, there's a couple of things that point in that direction. One, you find Registeel there if you have the right criteria. And 2, I mean, putting it in Sunny Shore City would be cruel. You would not be able to get it until the 8th gym badge.
Larvitar!
Well, Larvitar you don't get until the post game, right before you fight the final battle.
Larvitar!
That was probably one of the worst defenses.
What, so you actually managed to get a Dratini in red and blue?
Yes.
Oh, hey,
I spent way too much time in the Safari Zone, but yes.
Oh, you got it from the Safari Zone and not near the power plant?
Nope.
The Bruno team!
Yep.
I cannot see these Pokemon and not think of Bruno.
What's funny is he never used a Golem. In some other games he did, but... Ooh. Wow. So, the level cap for the admin is 37.
Okay.
Yeah, the admins are a massive difficulty spike. But since they serve as the boss of the area, that makes sense.
I'm probably gonna get wiped out here.
Especially since this guy's strategy is protect Earthquake.
Oh no. I am in danger.
Just keep Beyblade and Botan around because levitate.
I'm gonna swap out Botan after this. That way I can get... Oh, you're gonna bulk up, but if this hits... If this hits... Come on. It hits. It hits. Okay. Mach Punch. And then Botan.
I love doing that. Your opponent raises their physical attack and you punish them by confusing them.
I'm gonna swap in Jolteon. It would be hilarious if they one-shot themselves. That was 3 Mach punches to a golem.
Get the answering off the battlefield, because that's going to be a problem if I let it get an earthquake off.
Yes! Hit itself. Okay, now, Mach punch the fortress. And then Thunderbolt.
Yet another reason why I would love this game to be brought into the modern day.
Thunder Wave the Machoke.
Parafusion,
Yes. The AI cheats, I'm not holding back. I will troll them.
Fair. Very fair.
Oh. Karate chop. Ah.
Ouch. That hurts.
Don't worry, there is a nut. Oh. Well, that ruined that. I was gonna bite him. Parafusion flinch. I was gonna go all out. So. Hades might be able to take over on this. No, we're gonna Mega Train the Macho.
What is this guy, the Gen 1 specialist? His 2 shadows are Hypno and Primate. Another reason why I wouldn't mind this game being brought into the modern era, because Annihilate is a monster.
Oh, yes, it is. By the way, I think we should both select one Pokemon that we're going to declare as our main partner for that one, and the other person is locked out of catching it, but as soon as the person that declared it catches it, it is permanently locked into their team. You're not allowed to swap it out.
There's a lot to keep track of, though.
Okay, let's try and wipe out. Yes! Fortress is a pain, but it's completely burnable. Fortress, it is a very big wall, but it is highly flammable.
Yep.
And your next one's Mantine.
That's completely random.
Well, let's put it this way. All of his Pokemon have guns.
Yes. Yes, they do. Because, yes, Remoraid is a Remorphish, but it's a gun.
Just like Artillery is an octopus, but it's also an artillery.
Yep. That's why I tell it, whenever I give a description of it, if a move has beam in its name, it can learn it.
Yes. Honestly, that line, it makes more sense. Ah! You're really branching out with that comment. First one to do it. First one to do it. I put it in there as a joke. I didn't think anyone actually read them.
Ha. I see. Okay, pram it down.
Keep it down. I am thinking again. I'm still gonna keep it in there though. Let's see. Honestly, these two, it's not an earthquake combo.
By the way, this is
fair enough.
I know I hate that it took me this long to bring this up, but this was the first game to mess with the potential of the physical special split, because all the shadow moves are categorized as one or the other.
Yeah, it's something a branch-off game did, one built by an outside company that Nintendo decided to, or Game Freak decided to roll with the split immediately after. They were like,
yeah,
you know what?
even they
That's
realized,
nice.
wait,
It's ours
made,
now.
Yep, and that was them even realizing, you know what? This made no sense before, so let's fix it. Like, for example, Fire Punch. Yeah, that should be a physical move.
Yeah.
But then we ran into another problem with physical moves that don't make contact.
That's when you get Pokemon like Decidueye.
Where it does not matter. It is physical moves that don't make contact, period.
Or a boxing glove.
Yep.
I need to go heal again. I survived the Muscle Man, though.
Literally, too. Because that guy is swole.
Yeah. I know that's not the right way. We need to go down here. Okay. Then move this box. But yeah, this Ursaring has guts. It has max favorability, and we have return on it. And Duskull learns Will-O-Wisp on its own as it levels up, and has Helping Hand. The combo is obvious.
Let me double check that to make sure I'm not tripping. Yeah, it gets it pretty soon. Level 41.
Yeah, and it doesn't evolve before then either.
No, it evolves at level 37. Because it immediately gets an evolution move with Shadow Punch, because now it actually has arms. Well, it had arms, but now it has hands.
Wait. It evolves at level 37, but learns it at 41?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't evolve it until 41.
Duskull. Well, let me check Duskull learn set, because sometimes, some Pokemon learn it quicker before they evolve. Yeah, hold off. It learns Will-O-Wisp exactly one level after it's supposed to evolve.
Oh.
It learns at level 38.
Oh, Duskull.
Duskull learns it at level 38.
38, okay.
Yeah.
We're going to Mega Drain the Golduck. And then Thunder Wave the Hitmontop.
And then look
Round
up the
2
gym.
with the Fighting Master.
The other Fighting Master. I also theorize that these are the same two guys you'll see later, because they do the same thing. More or less.
And Tifa's down before she can get to move off on the freaking thing.
And guess what they do that's extremely fitting? One has a Shadow Hitmonlee and the other has a Shadow Hitmonchan.
That is perfect. Wait. I just have a new headcanon for them now.
What's that?
That they're the exact same black belts from Gen 1, whose gym was effectively shut down by Sabrina's gym.
You know, that actually makes sense because then they were down on their luck and they were like, well, let's go work for an evil organization. They'll pay us more anyway.
Yeah. And then they get beat up by a kid again.
Yep. These two weird guys took off with a shadow Pokemon. One had like a mohawk and the other had hair like a ball. Gee, I wonder who that was.
Okay. Return on Hariyama and a Thunderbolt on the Hitmontop.
So I had an idea in the first version of the Pokemon RP. A character that's from this region comes back to this location and actually fixes up the area and turns it into a livable area. Turns it into its own town.
Nice. Had to remember to get back into that.
And it's not really much going on anyway, and part of the problems are, it's that, I'll just leave it at this and say it's that time of year for Andy.
Okay.
That's why we haven't heard much out of him.
I'm amused that he's targeting the weaker Pokemon, which is my Jolteon first, instead of the one that's vulnerable to fighting type moves.
Also, hey, there's the Venomoth that's a little late to the party.
Yeah. And there's the Weeping
If
Bell.
you were able to get the Venomoth earlier, it would have been alright.
As it knocks out my Jolteon.
Jolteon's a glass cannon, though.
True. I'm gonna try and set up some walls now. With Shadow Pokemon on the board. I want to set up walls, but I also am going to try and make this quicker by throwing Ultra Ball at the Venomoth.
Also, if anyone hears any like weird things like hammering in the background, sidewalk in front of my home is finally getting repaired.
Hey, congratulations! That'll
But he
probably
has to
be going
tear it.
on for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Yep. But he has to tear it up first.
And Weeping Bell was one shot by the return.
Yeah, Weeping Bell's not that strong, you gotta remember.
True.
Oh well. There's a certain disco star that will get it later anyway.
Yeah, if I remember to do grinding.
I love the safety blanket that this game gives you. It's like, fail to shadow Pokemon, Mirror Bee. In Coliseum, if you fail the shadow Pokemon, you'll get another shot at it, but it's not going to be for a very long time. And you want to know the fun part about Colosseum? 3 of the early Shadow Pokemon are the legendary beasts.
Yeah. Because it's all tied to Eevees.
Yep. You start with an Espeon and an Umbreon, and then the main shadows are those 3.
The only way it would be better is if they'd had access to Cresselia and Darkrai at the time.
Yeah, I know, right?
But now they'd have to throw in freaking... Wait. Huh. The only legendary ice types are Regice and Articuno.
Well, in this time period, yes. There's also Glastrier,
Glastrier. Oh.
the ice horse.
But there's no definitive ones. Okay.
Ever think that the ice type, they made a lot of mistakes with that type? That's why they don't like making legendaries out of them?
Item. We have Earthquake.
There's a what now?
No, I said we have... Oh.
No, I was talking to my viewer, my mod.
Ah.
Oh, you must have caught a spam message and got rid of it. Thank you, though.
Well, it's a mod being a mod.
Yep.
In the end, I did not use the Earthquake TM.
Yeah. That's why I said you may just want to pass on Trapinch because it learns nothing. Trapinch even got neglected this far back. In the generation it was... Flygon got neglected this far back even in the generation it was introduced in.
It really was. Poor Flygon. It's such a good design, too.
Mm-hmm.
And it has such a nice shiny.
Also, it's called the Mythical Sand Spirit. Lean into that more.
Yeah, Volcarona is called the Sun God. The Pokemon that replaced the literal sun.
And that thing's absurdly strong.
It earned it.
Well, it is based on the Atlas moth, the biggest moth in the world.
True.
Which, fun fact, did you know that they actually die of starvation? When they emerge, they have no mouths.
Yeah. They have a biological timer and eventually will perish from the starvation caused by their own existence.
Yep.
And keep us down.
It's why they need to mate and lay eggs as quickly as they can.
Honestly, yeah, you have a good special defense, but your physical defense is crap, Rumpig.
Yeah, it has a good special defense, but its physical defense is not.
The exact opposite of what we had dealt with previously, or Trace. Or no. Aside from that, the other one.
Yeah.
one it was at the time.
It's like, just use a bug move. There was like only only 2 good bug moves in this era.
Yeah.
Bug really got the shaft until the next generation.
It really did.
Then they gave us Yon Mega, Vespa Quinn, Heracross became better.
And the poster child of that region's bugs is Cricketune.
Yep.
That's just another slap in the face for all the bug-type trainers out there.
Yep. And it's like, that's why I was happy there was a Bug-type Elite Four member, because to showcase, hey, the Bug-type's actually pretty good now.
Yeah. And before then, the only time we had Bug-type trainers was like early gym leaders. Or
Yep.
early route youngsters.
Yep. I think up until Gen 4, we only had one Bug-type leader. And he was the second gym, and he was a pushover. Well, sans his ace. His ace was no joke.
Yeah.
Because Cypher that early in the game and you have no answer for it, I wish you luck.
Yeah. It was difficult.
And then the following gen made people even angrier.
Alright, Palace Swine, you're getting the Metal Claw. And we're swapping you out. We'll swap Photon in. They used Dig with their last Pokemon.
Yep.
They targeted the one with the Oh, their AI is either excellent or terrible, and now it's confused. Ancient Power.
Now, I will say, the AI in this game's a little more forgiving, but in Coliseum it's meaner. Because, like, for example, I'll get Toxic Poison and I'm like, okay, I need a heal, and then immediately the AI targets the Pokemon I just heal with another Toxic.
Yeah.
And that's why people think AI is cheat.
Because it will.
Again, hey Game Freak, do something about Tropius. You have a tropical region coming up. This screams do something with the fruit Pokemon.
All of them. You did good with Executor, and you gave us Serena in the same place.
Yeah.
Don't mess up that streak.
Oh yeah, they have been good to grass types lately, haven't they?
Yeah, and it was island-based.
Yep. And the trend with grass Pokemon continued because Rillaboom is good in VGC and Meowscarada is broken.
Oh, Mirror
So there we
Radar.
go.
exit.
Speaking of upgrading his
Going to go
machine
in
with
here.
a reclining back, I'm getting a new chair sometime today.
Nice.
Because the one I've been using is not the most comfortable.
I have a nice leather recliner. An electric recliner.
Well, a lot of streamers just say, just get an office chair. Getting actual gaming chairs is not worth it. They're not as comfortable as you think they are. In most cases they are, yes. But they have the highest amount of weaknesses out of the gate with 5. But they are solid for what you need them for. Grass types. I mean, to this day, people still use Venusaur.
True. It is a literal titan. The dino frog with the jungle on its back.
And somehow it's still underrated.
Seriously. It's all because we didn't get the version with it on it.
Yep.
Alright, so do I raise the power or lower the power? I think I need to overload it, right?
Yes. Yeah, you need to raise the power, and then it causes an overload. You will have an immediate battle afterwards, though.
That's why I healed up. I figured that was going to be the case. And yeah, they do have a lot of weaknesses.
But versus the ice type, it actually has resistances. That's the problem I've always had with the ice type. It has 4 weaknesses and 1 resistance itself.
Yeah, but at the same time, at least from my perspective as a player, I played from Gen 1. To me, the grass type selection was easy mode, and I can't get my brain out of that.
That is also very true.
Seriously, my brain arranges the difficulty scale of starter selection as fire is hard difficulty, water is normal difficulty, grass is easy mode.
But then if you start with Gen 2, grass was hard mode.
I never said it was good. I never said it was accurate.
Yeah. Literally the next generation, grass was the hard mode.
First gym leader, it's birds.
Second leader, bugs.
I feel like they didn't really think about the starter selection until Gen 5.
Yeah, because black and white, they're like, okay, you chose this one, so you have to battle the monkey that's good against you. It's like, what a great concept, seriously.
Yeah. And they even gave you the chance to get the monkey that is good against the monkey that is good against you.
Also on purpose, if you chose Oshawott, they do not let you have access to Pydub until you beat the gem. They actually thought about that.
Yeah, it was a tutoring about type superiorities.
Yep.
The advantages, the triangle, all of it.
Because the only 2 options were Lillipup, which is good, and then Purloin, which is okay.
Okay, Jolteon's coming back out. Yeah, but the biggest thing about that though is they didn't do it in a hand-holdy way.
Yes, exactly. And then Black 2 and White 2 was easier, I admit, but it wasn't hand-holding about it.
Nope. Pokemon became hand-holdy in Gen 6.
Yep. At least Sword and Shield have the sense to be like, oh, you caught a Pokemon already. Alright, I don't have to show you.
Heck, I would be fine if the gym leaders were at the same level as they have been in 5, difficulty-wise, or better, and the only way to find out their type is either talk to the guy at the front of the gym or talk around town to find out their type. Or
you know, I would also like, there are some concepts like in some ROM hacks where the gym leaders are based on a theme. So like, for example, say the first leader is forest. Okay, so that means he's going to be using grass and bug types. Not necessarily. They would also be using normal, flying, poison, and
I could even see ground and some water as well.
Yep.
Heck, if you count the monkeys in there, he would have a wider access and have fire as well.
Mm-hmm. So that's one thing I would like them to do at some point. Just don't make a type special, you just give them a theme.
Honestly, that would have been super effective against Cactus.
Yes, it would have.
And I forgot about that.
You know, it looks like a Pokemon that should have something like Iron Barbs, but it doesn't.
Iron Barbs or Poison Point is always what I assume it to have when I see it.
And they still haven't done that. They gave it Spiky Shield, so at least that makes some sense.
Yeah. You should be able, or even if they just gave it Rough Skin from the start, I would not have complained.
Because it's like, have you ever tried to touch a cactus? It doesn't feel very good.
Yeah, don't punch cactuses. This is advice from a druid, so you know you can trust it.
I actually got barbs from a cactus stuck in my hand. That was a fun feeling. Had to use tweezers to get out. It was like getting splinters out.
Yeah, we're taking out your Ursaring first. I have one. I know it can be a danger. This wasn't a danger. But I know it can be a danger.
Well, the boss's Ursaring will be a problem because it has Earthquake.
Here is the Shadow Arbok.
I know I'm not the only one who does that, because thank you, anime.
Yes. Thank you, anime, and your jelly-filled donuts. I'm going to Thunder Wave the Arbok. It's already in the red.
Oh yeah, Ekans.
Yes. Ekans. Okay. Alright, now that we have... Oh boy. There we go.
Also, if you pay attention, how coughing and wheezing enunciate, it's as if someone suddenly coughs, and then as if someone's literally wheezing whenever they speak.
In their defense, English voice acting for anime was not a very popular thing at the time, so they didn't know what they were doing.
No, it wasn't. Why do you think Eric Stewart suddenly flipped the switch with James?
Exactly. And seriously, he was supposed to be this super evil, super villainous individual. I mean, look back at that first episode where he showed up. They literally attacked a Pokemon Center.
Yep.
And then it became
succeeded because they blew it up.
Yes, and then they became comedy relief.
Yep. Until the Black and White saga, which I don't like at all.
Honestly, it would have been so much better if they had used a different... Or if they had used Cassidy and Butch for the Black and White saga.
I wouldn't even care if it was just Team... Yeah, I wouldn't even care if it was just Team Plasma just being the problem. Because it's like, I believe them being competent.
Yeah, Jesse and James do not... They're not competent anymore. They had their chance of being competent, and then they just swapped everything around.
They have won occasionally, though.
Quote-unquote won.
Yeah. And I'll give them credit to Alola because they have technically 3 of the strongest Pokemon from Gen 7.
And they have been with those Pokemon on the verge of victory when Beware came in and told him it was time for dinner.
Yep.
Best way to remove a semi-competent villain in a comical way.
Yep.
Okay, healed up, ready to go.
Also, this guy I think is part 8.
Yeah. Any other anime, it would have been confirmed that he's part 8.
Yep. Also, them doing stuff like that, it's like, look, it's Dragon Quest devs. You know they're going to have fun.
Yeah. And look at his name.
Yep.
Okay. Mach Punch, Celio. Wait, is Celio ice type yet?
Yes.
Mach Punch.
The entire
Celio.
line is water ice. However, fighting would be quad weak on Laron.
True. I just want to get rid of Celio first. There are a lot of dangers involved with this monster.
Water ice has always been a very annoying type combination.
Yes. I am aware of the dangers of cold water.
Well, and then you have the kings of the water ice types, which are Lapras and Walrein.
Motor Soup is not learned. Slowking is out. Mach Punch. And you are psychic. I keep thinking you're water.
Well, he is water, but he's water psychic.
Ah. Ah.
Also, what's funny about him doing that is Slowking's physical defense is actually lower. No, it's the other way around. Slowking has the higher physical defense, Slowbro's the higher special defense.
Yeah. No?
Oh no, I'm asleep. Whatever will I do?
Oh, you're going to use Protect out.
Now he has an Earth Ring of his own, and since he likes using Earthquake, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Thing is, I've been pretty on top of wiping out his entire team.
Yeah, and you're even under leveled. Sort of.
I just one-shot an Ursaring 2 levels higher than Issa.
Granted, you got a crit, but still.
His name is deserved. He is Syax. And there's Hypno. Just a random Hypno.
Oh. The Shadow Dodrio reminded me of something. Pokemon Horizons actually showed us how Dodrio and Dodrio fly. Yes, confirmed. They finally did it.
No. I'm probably gonna wipe these two out.
Look, because of Mirror B, there's no shame in wiping them out. If you feel like you can't do it.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can hold them back or get them down low enough to risk catching them.
Hypno's bulkier than you think it is, though.
Okay, yeah.
Primeape is a glass cannon, though. Emphasis on cannon because Shadow Rush for that thing hurts.
I'm gonna try to...
Okay, how do I hit Eradicate without killing it?
Okay.
That is the question.
Yeah, no, we have to wipe them out in the next one. I held back a little bit thinking maybe I could catch them, and this is what happened.
Yeah. hypothetically, I should be able to catch this because it's just eradicate.
Don't rush. Okay. Hades tanked it. Photon's gonna get level 37 and I'm gonna cancel the evolution, that way we can get Will-O-Wisp.
Oh, I also get the name now more than ever because you're essentially activating Berserk mode.
What name?
For the Ursaring, Isa.
Yeah. Yeah. It fits even better with how it's going to be built up at after pretty much the next level for Photon here.
Yep.
Alright, Primate Cajun. And Photon didn't get the level.
Also, it's like, Dustclop seems kind of underwhelming. Let me tell you something. If the penultimate boss of the previous game uses one on his team, I think it qualifies for a good late game Pokemon.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing is, whenever you're fighting Phoebe in the Elite Four in Gen 3, she'll give you a run for your money if you're not prepared for her.
But let's be honest, no gym leader is a noob filter like Whitney is.
Yeah.
There are a number of ways of getting past her.
But when you were a kid and did not have a strategy guide or anything like that, what could you do?
I overleveled my team and steamrolled her.
The only thing is, if you chose Cyndaquil, good luck. Because you were weak to rollout.
Yes.
Me, I just, what I used to do before I learned about the Machop trade was, I just leveled up a Croconaw and it had Ice Punch, and it's just like, I just sat there until I froze it, and I was like, now what?
I think I relied on Confusion and Poison. And Prayer. I think it reinforced my toxic strategy at that point. If you can poison it, you can win if you survive.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god, all my tanky teams make so much sense now! If you can poison it and tank it, you can live. You can win.
Yep. That's called, as my friend would call it, steadfast battling.
Yeah. I mean, if I could get my hands on Hex, I would use it too, but then Whitney was a normal trainer, so it wouldn't have worked.
Nope. Oh, and to make matters worse, in the remake, I believe Miltank has Scrappy. So if you wanted to troll her with Haunter, nope, that's not an option. Even then, it wasn't because rollout gets through that.
Roll.
That dang cow.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're not really clear on where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go to Gadian Port.
Oh.
No, Psych Up's kind of a useless move.
I mean, I would say that Superpower is more of a useless move than Psych Up.
No, not really. Just contrary.
Oh. Oh. Well, that...
And Malamar learns it. So...
Nothing interesting over here.
No, not at all. But you gotta go talk to the parts shop people before you're allowed to access it. You know what's funny? So Dr. Kaminko, he gives up on the one invention that actually works.
Because he doesn't like Kyogre.
Yep.
He likes Groudon. Okay, let's go to the lab and see what this is about.
Critical hit, flamethrower on Gardevoir. One shot.
Oh, Gardevoir is powerful. However, I wouldn't call her a glass cannon, mind you, but...
No, they're not, but... Their, physical defense is not very good. And it is a chore to get there, because Ross and Curly are very squishy. Fortunately, as of Diamond and Pearl, you had a different option as soon as you got to Curlia. If it's a male, that is.
Yeah. Ah, here we are.
Galay's not very fast, but it has a high attack and a high special defense, so...
Who would have thought that a place with floating premier balls... I now have a new Paldean theory.
What's that?
The principal worked here.
Yeah?
It was made by Dragon Quest people. I had to check.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And there's the Master Ball.
I will say, I think we're gonna make a pretty decent way in before having to call it, because the thing is, I recommend that when we get to the top of the base, you would definitely need to go grind, because the last few fights of the game are very hard.
I definitely need to grind. I have a question though. Is there even a level cap at this point?
No.
Okay.
The level cap is, as of this point, is technically 50.
Engage! You know, they missed a great opportunity. Robo-Kyogre and Robo-Groudon could have combined to make a Mecha Rayquaza!
Yeah, a Robo Rayquaza. Yeah.
Mecha Rayquaza. Okay. Now that I've unlocked this, I'm going to go back and I'm going to grind at the grind location.
I was worried when I burned that Pokemon that it might get knocked out, because its catch rate's not very low. I mean, high. I always get that wrong.
Words! Words are weird.
Yep.
There are a bunch of silly sounds that people have decided to assign purpose and meaning to. New challenge. Alright, let's try and evolve my Duskull now that the biggest issue is over.
By the way, the rematches with the admins in the ROM hack of this game, neat, because they have one legendary bird and one of the Reggie Golems each.
Oh, come on.
You know how mean that is, though?
It is mean, but still. One each?
Oh, and they buff some moves. Like, for example, there's a move called Shadow Chill. It doesn't do much damage. Guaranteed freeze.
That's a pretty good offset for not dealing a lot of damage.
Hmm.
I'm going to put focus on evolving these two.
And you also understand how broken Guaranteed Freeze is. That's why they've never done it.
Yeah, Imagine a guaranteed move or a guaranteed freeze move in Gen 1.
Oh boy. Because if you're frozen in Gen 1, it's over.
It's just over.
Yeah.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not go to jail. It's just over.
Yep. Same can be said about sleep as well, because it takes one turn to wake up. Being at the mercy of your opponent due to that is not very fun.
Yeah. Alright, B. There we go. Alright, one more level and we get Will-O-Wisp and then we can evolve her.
Yep. Also, people often wonder, it's like, what do I do to grind off screen? It's like, let me tell you something. You just turn your brain off, put on YouTube videos, and just do it.
Yeah.
It becomes less mind-numbing if you do it that way.
That's how I did it with Final Fantasy VI and mastered all the magic on multiple characters.
Also, I'm impressed that you went that far with 7, because holy crap, I would have patience to do that.
All the ultimate weapons, all the final limits. No one at level 99. Sephiroth didn't stand a chance. And Cloud had a ribbon. Because you have to.
Yeah.
It was unnecessary, but you have to.
Peel back the curtain a bit. Here's some interesting facts about 7. So that final mind thing with Sephiroth, it's scripted. You cannot possibly lose that.
Yeah, you told me.
Sephiroth only has 1 HP no matter what. And even if you somehow disable Omni Slash, Cloud will automatically counterattack and kill him.
This guy only has one Pokemon. What is he doing in this region?
I know, right? Where double battling is just the norm. Now, I understand if you have something like Wobbuffet, where it's a gimmick. But otherwise...
But it's a hoot-hoot. But still, an Omni Slash that in at least one hit dealt 9,999. It was just so satisfying.
Yep. Well, just even beating the pants off of Cypher Sephiroth is very satisfying.
It was. I recommend watching it. Watching how I dealt with them.
I'm also impressed that you went that far with 6, because that's no easy feat either. Aren't there like 20 characters?
To be fair, no. There's 14 characters.
Still, though.
And Two of them cannot equip Magicite.
Right. Also, the whole thing is like, the reason why Kefka just quietly bows out is because he already won.
Yeah, Kefka won.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're still alive. I guess I'll kill you now. Huh,
Yep.
you actually won. Well, that was amusing.
Even though you do stop him in the end, he still won.
The world is still destroyed. You can try
Yep.
and rebuild, but there is no more magic.
And it's like, if they ever remade it and actually have full voice acting, how much you want to bet? How much would you want Mark Hamill to be Kefka?
More Camel or Liam O'Brien.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anyone else. And they have to get the laugh right.
Yes. And it's like, well, Hamill already had the Joker laugh down, but the thing is, have you heard his laugh as Chucky? That's very good.
It is. Manic, evil, demonic laughter is a skill.
Mm-hmm.
One that I surprisingly have. Doesn't hurt that Kefka's my favorite Final Fantasy villain of all time.
It's always a shame there's like no representation for 6 at all in Kingdom Hearts. There's Setzer and that's it.
Is it? It's so... Setzer is a good character, but they don't even touch on him. He's just a powerful individual that is the champion of struggle.
And has fangirls following him around, which is on point with his character.
It is. But at the same time, nothing else about him is even close. All the other Final Fantasy characters, aside from those demonic pixies, is on point.
Squall being too embarrassed to call himself that anymore because he failed in protecting someone he cared about. Yeah, that is Squall. Making Yuffie a bit of an airhead, again, that makes sense.
Yeah. Aerith, even Tifa's appearance.
Yep.
Cloud's whole thing with Sephiroth.
Although Tifa kind of being clueless doesn't make a lot of sense, but...
A little bit of sense still.
Yeah. Well, they play off for laughs and it works. And then, of course, the Battle of Thousand Heartless, where you can just sit back and let them do the fighting.
Yeah.
Especially Tifa and Cloud. You can just chill and let them do it.
Oh boy, you can. It is insane what they are capable of.
That's why I always made the joke of when Cloud shows up and just annihilates all his Heartless. I'm like, what do you need me for?
Because they don't stay dead if he kills them. Canonically.
True. Canonically, yeah, it's true. Because whenever you slay a Heartless normally, it doesn't mean anything. If you slay him with a Keyblade, they cannot come back.
You got 2 protects in a row.
The odds of that happening are like 1 in 100. Why am I running Earthquake while Vaporeon's on the field? You know how bulky Vaporeon is. Doesn't really matter.
We're still in shared chat yet.
Yes. And that's what makes things interesting about it.
Yeah. So far, I don't have any complaints about the remake. I haven't gotten to the expanded portion of it yet. That is Intergate, the Yuffie mission, and I'm looking forward to how they portray Yuffie.
Also, another thing too, I love playing as Tifa in the remake. There's just something satisfying about just beating up fools with your fists and feet. I don't know what it is. It's just very satisfying.
This is when we learn Ryu is not in fact a dragoon, but a monk.
Well, that's my second favorite class. No frills, just beating people up with your fists.
Oh, I am looking forward to those so much.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see those until part 3.
Part 3 is coming out spring of next year, so we can definitely look forward to that.
I think Knights of the Round and Bahamut Zero are going to be in part 3. I think Neo Bahamut is in part 2, though.
I'm definitely keeping an eye out for every materia on the field. This Saturday, I'll be continuing Remake, so it'll be a later stream than usual because I've got to do some stuff. But I will be continuing it, and I will be getting Shiva. So I'll be seeing what she looks like in this game.
Yep. I'll be getting to it eventually, but it's not going to be for a while for me.
Beyblade's using Psybeam against another null point. Beyblade on Beyblade violence.
I mean, that's the point, though. Let it rip.
Until a ghost decides to cheat. So basically, the Beyblade anime.
Some people are a little taken aback by the hack and slash gameplay, but it's like, look, if you played any of the other Final Fantasy games recently, or if you play Kingdom Hearts, it's nothing new.
Yeah, Square Enix is leaning more towards the action aspect of their games. And while I miss the turn-based feel and everything, I understand where they're going with this. I personally would suggest them to set aside a team to focus on some turn-based games.
Well, that's how you get like Octopath Traveler or Bravely Default or things like that.
Exactly. More of those, please. I don't dislike your action games with going off of just remake. But I am a huge fan of turn-based games. I mean,
that was their bread and butter for years. They didn't drop it until Final Fantasy XII. That should tell you something.
Exactly. Well, I mean, technically 11.
Yeah. Then 13, they kind of went back to it, and then they got rid of it after that.
But I mean, still, Dragon Quest is sticking with turn-based, and I am happy with that.
Also, they're showing off the whole, hey, we've done creature collecting games first. Well, earlier than a lot of you have.
Yeah.
SMT still has you beat, but still.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's not going to make a stink about it because what are you going to do? Sue Square Enix? Good luck with that.
Yeah, they don't sue anyone bigger than themselves.
Yeah.
Or even big enough to make a fuss out of it, so they thought.
Oh yeah, that's right. Since you're doing the Mount Battle challenge, I think after you beat Area 3, you're going to get a very deadly move for your Ursaring. So if you're going to run the strategy, I definitely think you're going to run, you gain Facade.
Oh, yeah.
So not only is it the same type of attack bonus, but it's also boosted by Guts and what Facade does. It gains like a 30% attack boost. It gains like a 30% damage boost if you have a status problem.
Right, that is the move I was missing. How many points did you, or how many coupons did you need for it again?
You just get it as a reward.
Oh. I think I might have gotten that.
Ah yes, old people trying to send email that don't understand technology.
You know, there's something I want to see in a Pokemon meme. An old person that thinks email means electric mail and just ties a letter to their electric and sends it off to a person.
That would be pretty funny. And adorable at the same time.
And it would make use of Electrike, an underrated Pokemon.
It even got a Mega Evolution later. It's like, too bad Mega Manetric's kind of dead. It has a good ability, though.
Yeah.
Because Intimidate's always going to be a good ability. It's like, why do you think they keep nerfing it? They know it's a good ability.
Yeah. Honestly, Intimidate was a powerful and useful ability, and one that I would often want to start a battle off with.
Unfortunately, due to restructuring certain abilities, now Intimidate's not as valuable as it used to be.
Yeah. Seriously, it used to be you could set up a team with at least 2 Pokemon with Intimidate and just swap between them.
Yep.
And get the trigger,
And the best ones,
get the trigger.
And the best ones to deal with were Tauros and Gyarados.
Yeah.
Tauros because it's one of the strongest users of it. And then Gyarados because, well, Gyarados. Gyarados is in its own category.
Sniping on you. And we're going to Shadow Ball the Why Not.
Other Pokemon that had Intimidate were not that good. Like Mighty Yen, I wish it was better. I wish it was.
I wish it was too. Even its Mega was not the best.
It didn't get a Mega. I wish it did. That's another very neglected Pokemon.
Big Sword.
Nope.
Darn it.
But
The Copium is hitting.
yeah. But Mightyena is yet another highly neglected Pokemon by Game Freak.
Yeah. I take into account Slowbro, the base, got a Mega. Then we got the Galarians. There was no touch to Slow King.
Until they gave it a variant. However, they did not give it a Mega.
No. And they didn't give the variants Megas either.
Nope. Although on its own, Mega Slowbro is actually pretty good.
True. It is tank.
It's tank and it has Quick Claw built in.
Yes. Ancient power on the Ladybug, and we are going to Shadow Ball the Seedot.
Also, if you think these guys are kind of weak now, after you beat this area, they get a lot stronger.
They do. Also, here's what I think about character stereotypes for D&D and anything in general. But I'm using D&D because it's an easy one to reference.
Mm-hmm.
You have rogues, they're edgy in the corner over there. You have paladins, all holier than thou, and just don't build your character off of their class. Build your character off of a concept and then choose the class that works the best for it.
That and personality has a lot to do with it too. What's your alignment?
Alignment, worry about it as choices come up. Let your DM judge whether they're by the book law or if they bend the rules too much. Don't worry about alignment, don't worry about class, don't worry about that when thinking of, don't worry about things like what would your character do. Worry about how is your character feeling and how they would react to that feeling.
Like I made a ranger in my D&D campaign who was half elf, and essentially he acts like Link, but he can talk. And no, I'm not using the mean version of Link.
But why not?
Although it would be funny. I wonder what Ganon's doing. That era when Nintendo and Sony were in disputes with each other, and Nintendo decided to sign with Philips CDI.
Yep.
We all know how well that went.
But yeah. I've told Ryu about some of my character concepts and character ideas, and I like to take the don't fit the class to your personality to a bit of an extreme.
It's more fun that way.
Yes, I take a stereotype and I hit it with a hammer till something new comes out.
Like, I made a paladin character in one D&D session, but I made him act like Deadpool. So he just didn't care.
In contrast to what I was saying earlier, you can in fact make a Dark Knight in D&D. Oath of Conquest Paladin plus Hexblade Warlock equals Dark Knight.
Yep. What does the Dark Knight typically do? Trade his health for power.
And there are spells and stuff that can be used to accomplish that aspect. And if not those, magic items. Work with your DM.
Yep. Oh no, double intimidate on a special attacker. Whatever will I do? I forgot Stamler has intimidate.
Yes, it does. It's a scary deer.
Well, according to the lore, they're very tame, but because they are prey animals, they have to do that as a defense.
Yeah, which is a nice touch. And their whole minor illusions situation.
Yep. Yes, I agree.
I mean, I'm in. I need to get back into it anyway. I kind of dropped it from streaming just because I couldn't figure out where to go.
It's also more fun if you have more people.
Yeah.
Because doing it solo is just kind of like, eh.
And it's not a bad game, and if I wasn't doing it
No, I'm
for
not
stream,
saying
I
that
might
at
have
all.
gone further with it.
Baldur's Gate 3 is easily one of the best recent games.
Yeah.
And what's funny about it is nobody expected it because they have not done anything with that franchise for some time.
They really haven't. It has been ages. And if you look
So
back
it was-
if you go back and look at Baldur's Gate 2, that was 2nd edition.
So it was a genuine surprise when they said, oh, by the way, we're doing another one.
I don't even doubt that those exist. The internet. The
It's the
internet exists.
Oh, yeah. I'm not the least bit surprised to see that. Have you seen some of the mods that they do for Resident Evil 2's remake? One of which is instead of Mr. X just having the sound effects, they change his theme song to DMX is going to give it to you.
Let me just say one thing that will completely make you just accept the existence of every possible mod in existence. Skyrim's Nexus mods.
Yep. I mean, Nexus Mods even works with Bethesda's other titles. Modding Fallout 3 in New Vegas is actually kind of fun. And then there's a mod that's kind of nightmare fuel. It puts Mr. X in a Speedo.
I don't doubt it.
Oh, the devs are completely fine with modding. The one of few they're like, whatever.
I'll
Macho
probably...
Man yeah, that was hilarious. The Macho Man dragons. You just hear, "Ooh yeah!" in the background.
Yeah, I don't think I beat the third round. I think I actually had to stop in the middle of it because my team wasn't that high a level at the time.
Right. I mean, I'm doing it too, but perfectly good idea to use grass types in the middle of an active volcano.
Yeah. I mean, if it was the leap, then it would make a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could get away with arguing for Scovillain.
That Pokemon both makes me happy and sad at the same time. Happy
Yeah.
because, you know, grass fire.
But sad
Sad because it was like...
it's the most disappointing here's your type combo there was.
That and the fact that the shiny, they didn't even try.
Yeah, I mean, the other type combo that we got that we were asking for was Bug Dart.
Low kicks is at least decent.
We got a Common Rider.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's good up to mid-game.
I don't hate it.
It's an early route bug Pokemon. And it plays like an early route bug Pokemon.
Yeah. At least it performs better than Spidops does.
It really does. Yeah, the yellow low kicks is insane.
Yeah, the yellow low kicks is amazing. The one bug type that they introduced actually could be good late game, and that's Rapska.
Yeah.
Also, I love his shiny too because it turns the dung into gold.
Yeah. It does.
Yep, golden poop. Yep.
Golden poop. It is literally a decent Pokemon that you can then sacrifice to resurrect another Pokemon as it's near death.
Yep. Take out that Wobbuffet immediately because if I don't, it's going to be a problem.
Meanwhile, I am at the Battle Mountain.
Yep. I'm probably only going to make it to... I'd call it the halfway point because the you got to make it through a certain portion, and then what happens is you end up in a boss rush.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you know those the red and blue guys you've seen throughout the game. You finally get a piece of them, and they're no joke. Considering the guy that smashed that guy's Zangoose with an Alakazam, you know what his moveset is? It's Psychic and the Elemental Punches.
The Rod Psychot has a Twisted Spoon.
Yep.
Seal has the Mystic Water. You have a Sharp Beak. Never
That's one thing I like about this.
Hard Stone.
They all have like the elemental boosting items.
I feel like these are higher than I've used. I have not used a lot of these. They're just going up in the box.
I almost clicked Sludge Bomb by Force of Habit on a Zoomeril. This is before that happened.
Here's the Raichu. Yeah, I think I beat this guy and then just retreated after. It was a while.
I agree.
I
agree with Aura Guardian saying that the Gen 9 shinies, some were good, some were terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Some were golden for the sake of gold. But at the same time, They didn't fail us.
I just hate that they just made the starters just slightly brighter.
Yeah,
Seriously?
They just put a filter over them.
Yep. And then Mousehold, all they did was make it slightly brighter, you couldn't tell, and its bellies are yellow instead of blue.
Good luck finding one in the wild.
Yep.
We're never going to have another shiny situation like Shiny Mega Gardevoir.
Where it goes from wearing a wedding dress to wearing a funeral dress.
I think it's more of a goth wedding dress at that point, though.
Yeah, true. What's funny is,
It is a beast. It's just everyone knows to electrocute it.
Yeah. Yep. It took a while. Once they made its normal ability Drizzle, then it became useful.
Yeah. Even useful for when you encounter one used by an NPC trainer, because then Thunder.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
I troll on flying water types and other things with quad weaknesses so much, and yet one of my favorite Pokemon to use is Quagsire.
Well, I mean, that one's valid, though. Water ground, one weakness. Very bulky and awkward to deal with otherwise.
Yes. And yeah, it's a quad weakness, but still.
Interesting.
Chances of every trainer in the area having access to a grass type is low. Plus, if you know what your weakness for your ace is, you know how to build a team to counter that.
Ah, that makes sense. So if you come out, so if a flyer comes out against you, that's not very good.
Yeah. Salazzle's good, but they are so slow.
The Salazzle's one of the fewer Lola Pokemon that's actually quick.
Well, true. I mean, for a Lola, they're fast, but you only
Yeah, the
feel
Alola
that
region Pokemon were notoriously slow.
it's all the pancakes.
The good old Malasada. The only Pokemon that were not super slow were Salazzle and Komodo.
Yeah, and they were not super slow, but they're still not that fast by normal standards.
Yeah. And of course, Komodo was fast because it's the suit.
Yeah, and can learn Dragon Dance.
Yep. I actually use Komodo on terror raids because my opponent, if I'm running with someone who has taunt, my opponent's going to waste their turn and I can get off a clinking scales for free.
Oh.
So I get an Omni boost and I just wreck him.
Mirror B appeared, but I don't want to worry about that. But yeah, I've only really used Salazzle in an Alola game because she just feels too slow outside of Alola.
And Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you have a better option for fire types.
And I'm upset about that because she lets you poison steel types. If she survives long enough to do so.
Yeah, that's another problem. Extremely frail.
And it's almost as if she's quad weak to ground type moves.
And I normally run with an Alola Marowak. In Alola.
Honestly,
because,
Alola Marowak is about the same stat-wise with speed, isn't it? To its counterpart.
Yeah. But the thing is, I actually grinded Cubone until I found one holding a thick club. So, Alola Marowak hits even harder.
Yeah. That'll do it.
I missed the high jump kick. Great.
And doing it that way also lets you get the nature you want.
Yep. There is a Marowak in game. Unfortunately, in this game, you get it a little too late to matter. But it does know Earthquake to begin with, and it is holding the thick club. So, that's one of the strongest Earthquakes you're going to have.
Nice.
I've been using two underrated ground types in two different playthroughs, and I have not been disappointed. I'm using Sand Slash in this game, and I use Steelix in my Crystal playthrough.
Yeah, Steelix is underrated, but it got a Mega.
True.
But I mean, every single one of the Gen 1 Gym
Ooh.
Leader aces got a Mega.
That is very true. We are at that point now, aren't we? Koga doesn't have one.
Yeah. Koga doesn't, but at the same time, Koga created Toxic.
Yeah. Oof. A modest nature on a Marowak. Oof.
Yeah, that is the worst situation. Imagine hitting that on a Nuzlocke.
Yep. Because guess what, bud? You're stuck with it. Someone I was watching was playing through Coliseum trying to get the Ho-Oh, and he got one of the worst rolls ever on Raito. He got a speed lowering nature and an attack boosting nature on it.
Oh.
No, it wasn't a speed lowering nature. It was adamant.
Yeah. And Dugtrio is a beast. It's just that it's a glass cannon.
It's one of the best revenge killers in the series, though.
True.
Because it comes out and always goes first because it's faster than you think it is.
Yeah. People look at it and think it's slow. It is not slow.
No. And then in later generations it gains access to retaliate, so it being a revenge killer makes more sense.
Let's Mach Punch Nose Pass return on Mighty Enna.
So in that case I don't blame you, because yikes.
Yeah. Oh. Imagine, and this goes into Pokemon Fusion, use Dugtrio with Marowak.
I always, it's always funny too how cursed some fusions are.
True.
Especially Mr. Mime and Miltank, but they're kind of in their own category.
Mr. Mime and Miltank fusions are immediately cursed.
Yeah.
As the Pokemon themselves are. That was 24. This is 25.
Hey, what's funnier than 24? Gotta use it.
What's funnier than 24?
Yep.
The Simic Druid in your next D&D campaign. He laughs, but at the same time... Here's the thing. I don't play Simic Druid in D&D because I know how busted that can be. I built the Simic Druid deck because I know how busted that can be. Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
There has only been one time when I have abused the power of a druid, in the fact that I summoned pixies.
Yeah.
And that was at a point where the DM was basically railroading us into an execution scene that apparently he was going to interrupt or somehow or something. But when he said the words, 100 guards fire magic missiles at you, to the other party members while my character was in jail, I just looked at him and I decided gloves are off.
I don't blame you for that.
So when my character got a resurrection scene after being executed and gained a level, I looked at the DM and I asked him flat out, rules is written. Is there anything you want to change about this? I even showed him the spell. I was nice. I told him what I was going to summon. He said no. So, the next scene, we had flying giant apes as my party members and phantasmal forces going off against the BBG of the area.
So...
Cue Dragon Ball Z music!
Yep. In one campaign, we ended up adding a chaotic neutral sorcerer, alright? So he was testing what this growth wand did, and then he rolls a 1. So the DM says, okay, so the spell goes careening off towards this passing by pigeon. And then he proceeds to fight the pigeon a la Peter versus the giant chicken.
Did it become a recurring villain?
No, because unfortunately he got too busy and couldn't come back.
Oh. Well, that was a missed opportunity.
But had he been able, the guy who played the sorcerer came back, it would have been a thing. Ah, yes. We go from one of the better fire types to one of the worst fire types in terms of the shadow Pokemon. First one was a Rapidash, and then his next one is McCargo.
I was gonna say, wait, there's a Shadow Flareon?
Now, McCargo is debatably worse because it's slow as molasses and it's quite weak to two things.
Yeah. It's almost as bad as Paris.
Paris at least has some redeeming qualities with Spore, but the problem with it is it's not fast enough to utilize it.
It's not. Also, it can be octa-weak to fire.
Because dry skin.
Yeah!
Yes, because it actually had 3 quad weaknesses, because Bug was weak to poison back then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Hi, Marco. And after this battle, I'm probably going to need to let Marco outside.
Okay.
I also got to get you your dinner.
Gotta go tend to the pupper.
Yep, Marco is priority. Yep. Him a good boy. Him's right in front of me. Alright. He just walks up and puts his head on my lap.
Yeah,
And now he backs
Cactur's
up.
another neglected Pokemon.
Uh, well, I will be right back.
Alright. Let's actually think about this. How many Pokemon are still sort of neglected? Tropius, I mentioned, is one. Cacturn is another one. I'm also sensing a pattern with these grass types suddenly. Gen 2, fortunately, we've kind of gotten out of them now. The only Pokemon left in Gen 2 that's not very good is Unknown, but it's a gimmick. So, what can you do with it? Also, activating Sunny Day. Granted, yes, double-edged sword because I have there is. It's in Star City. Also, acupuncture. Ugh. I don't. I'm not afraid of needles. I just don't like needles. So the idea of that is, ugh. Because I just had to get stuck to go do some blood work today. Yay adulting. I'll explain why later. Why I went to an external source to get this done. I'll just go ahead and say this. I use an external source to get it done because my primary form of getting that done. So what sounds better? $40 or $400? And I'll just leave it at that. Sorry about that. My neighbor's cutting their grass.
I have returned!
Hey, welcome back. But I was asking the one question of I had to go to an external source to get blood drawn today because the thing is, where I normally go to get it done, what sounds better, $40 or $400?
That depends. Are you paying it or being paid it?
I'm paying it.
40.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know when a source actually cares about your health, and another healthcare firm just wants your money.
Yeah.
By the way, them just placing healing machines in the areas, That was not a thing in Coliseum.
It wasn't, apparently.
There was like
said there was,
maybe
like,
one or
4?
two healing machines. Besides the Pokemon centers, of course.
But yeah, to quote a certain crab, many, 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 many.
Yep. Oof. That's one of the worst feelings ever, though.
Yeah.
My lower back has kind of been in shambles lately. Yes, it is easier than Coliseum, but but it's still noticeably more difficult than your normal Pokemon adventure would be.
It's definitely more difficult than X and Y.
Well, X and Y was beyond easy mode.
X and Y was baby mode.
Especially since I actually did a GIF lock of it. Off screen, obviously, because I had no way to emulate it yet. But, yeah. You can literally just beat the game with GIF Pokemon.
You get 2 starters off the rip. You get a Lucario.
You get a Lapras.
That alone will carry you. Pun intended.
Literally.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Honestly, we do not need Astonish. We have Shadow Ball. And it counts as a physical move.
And Dusclops' physical attack is actually pretty good.
It really is.
And they're like, well, didn't the physical special split hurt? No. They gave a Shadow Punch on purpose.
But yeah, you literally, with Lapras there, you can choose a grass and fire Pokemon for your starters and just have access to an entire group of basically the same tier powerhouse for the 3 basic types.
Yep.
And Lucario. And that's not even going into whether or not you count trades as gifts.
I don't, and the fossil Pokemon fall into it.
Oh, then yeah, that is broken. Honestly, you get Mega Venusaur
and an Aurorus. There was nothing that could stop me.
No, there's nothing that could stop me. I wouldn't have gone with Aurorus because Lapras. I would have gone with Tyrantrum.
Yeah.
But that would also mean I would probably go with Mega Venusaur and the Fox, which I always name Ganon.
Delphox.
Delphox.
Although I would argue that Emboar is more Ganon. Especially with its Mega.
And its Mega is Zubai. It's literally Zubai. Yeah. The pig demon from A Journey to the West. That is its entire thing.
Oh yeah, I actually won't be able to use my Paralyzed Shroud on Hitmonlee because it has Limber.
I need to figure out who I have the experience share on. I'm starting to think it's Beyblade.
One of my buddies is playing the ROM hack of Coliseum called Grand Coliseum. It's Coliseum, but harder.
No, we can do this.
If you wanted to do a Kaiser run.
Yeah, if I knew that would do it. Alright. Well, a super effective ancient power. They are a combination weak to electric for two separate reasons. You fool.
Yep.
Alright. Summary, your health item is the amulet coin. I should have been using it more often. Hades, do you have the experience share? Yep, okay.
And I will say one thing about Gale of Darkness about this game is it's easier in Coliseum, yes, because you have more options to work with. The other thing is, up until the final boss rush, then it gets kind of ridiculous.
Thick, fat, and water absorb, huh? Yep. Thank you for telling me your abilities right off the rip.
Quagsire is one of those prime examples why it's like it's good at pack a grass type, or at least a grass type move.
Why do you think
Because you
my
never know
Tifa
when
still
you'll
ha-
run into one.
Why do you think Tifa still has absorb? Or, well, was it absorb or was it Cougar Blade? I forget. Either
Probably.
way, return on Quagsire first. Mud shot. They assess the threat. A Mega Drain. Alright, Celia will not have as big a defense as Fragment, so this should wipe both of them out. Alright. Alright. This is... Once Hades gets to level 38, I'm going to swap the experience share over to someone else.
I think this is the area where you have to beat the game's facade.
Huh?
I think this is the area where you have to defeat the game facade.
Yeah, should be, based on what you've already said. Reflect is special, light screen is physical.
Other way around.
Reflect is physical.
Yep.
Get rid of Spinda first. Shockwave's annoying, but manageable.
Also, it's like, why would you worry about his teeter dance as a thing?
Because drunk little bear is bad.
Yep.
I'm from the Gen 1 era. I do not underestimate the normal type Pokemon.
No. No, you don't. But even in Gen 2, it's like you're using one that is a monster from Gen 2.
I'm going to get rid of the ferret now because it is fast and annoying, and the other one could paralyze me if I hit it.
That's about the halfway point. I think I'm just going to stop storming the base for now. Because the final dungeon is pretty dang long.
Yeah. You want to do some Battle Mountain as well?
Yes. Simply because I need a few more. No, I'm actually going to start doing the Coliseum circuit. Because, A, monies, and B, there are some good TMs and I can actually handle Realgam Tower now. Since I'm over level 40.
Alright.
The only downside is there's a lot of backtracking to leave this place. Wouldn't be a GameCube era video game without some backtracking. I'm staring at you, Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. Which is why I'm happy in the remake they kind of did away with the unnecessary amount of backtracking. They just did something very simple for the Twilight Town backtracking. They put a warp pipe in one random house. Done. Who knew, right?
That was Shockwave.
Ah, was? Must be the next one then.
You sure it's not a points thing?
No, I'm positive. Because it was a reward. The points are for, like, if you want another copy of, like, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, or Psychic. Shadow Ball now, too, I think. I also want to make a joke here. It's like, how do you know what the Abra is saying? But I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It's a psychic.
Yeah.
It's speaking to you telepathically. Yeah, I thought so. You can get Shadow Ball now after you obtain it once.
I have one other idea of where it could be. Before I try to push through an area that is above my level.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad compared to the previous one. It's not as big a jump as 2 to 3.
No. There's not another jump until 4 to 5.
Okay.
Also, this Coliseum looks familiar. This is where the final battles take place in Coliseum. Because, surprise, surprise, the immense tower in the middle of the desert was the headquarters of the evil organization.
And when a town is rebuilding from being besieged by an evil organization, an immense tower in the middle of a desert is a great place to put basically a casino.
Yep.
Was there a point exchange here as well, or was there not?
No. No, it's only about battle.
Okay.
Oh, you want to know something a little cruel about this game? So, this game, you can easily get a lucky egg. It's in the post game. And you have to beat the battle facility at least once.
And for those of you that don't know, said egg is
one of the best items in the series when you're training.
It doubles the experience gained in battle if the Pokemon holding it participates in battle.
Yep.
Continue challenge. Let's go to Area 4.
Hey, it's a good move to learn competitively, but not for a playthrough. Especially since the opponents aren't really known for raising their stats that often.
I'll just return on the Rhyhorn, I guess. I know it's not going to be very effective. I know that we're a little... I know I'm tempting fate a bit with that tentacle. Oh, the Beyblade was confused. Time to use return on the tentacle. It went with the confusion, and the 33% was in its favor.
You know, 55% of people will be confused by this post.
Yeah, I want to see a gamble-based trainer early game that uses things like supersonic, poison sting, multi-hit moves like fury swipes.
We kind of had that in Let's Go with the gamblers.
We did, but their focus was on one-hit KOs.
Yeah, which are a massive gamble. So I get where they're coming from with that.
I'm talking about an early game trainer, maybe even a recurring one, whose end game challenge is the one-hit KOs with a wide lens
Okay.
equipped.
And then for the multi-hit moves, at least one of the Pokemon has the loaded dice.
Yes. Or some ability that simulates it.
Skill Link.
Yep.
So what, is the Ace Mega Heracross?
Maybe. Maybe it starts off with he has a Heracross and light screen and a return. And that is the only one he has. And then over time you keep encountering him and he keeps adding to his team and getting more and more desperate with his gambles. And end game, it's basically him cheating.
Also, make his dialogue a Brooklyn accent. Because why not?
Wah, Batman!
Yep. But add a little Joey Wheeler charm to him.
You already know how I feel about Joey Wheeler. About the entire character archetype in general. The normal guy who's friends with the main character, who stands toe-to-toe with gods, and Joey won that duel.
Yep. Joey beat the main villain of that arc.
But the villain cheated and ended the duel before it was actually over.
Yep.
And Kaiba had to make the call because Joey was unconscious with his soul not in his body.
Yep.
He's unable to continue the duel. You win on a technicality, you asshole.
Also, what made that duel very important is because Kaiba actually gained respect for Joey.
Yeah.
Which is no easy feat to earn his respect.
It really isn't. Kaiba doesn't even fully respect Yugi, but he respects Joey.
Nope. Yep.
He used to just think Joey was just some lucky mook that stumbled
Somehow
his way
got
in here.
as far as he did. Yeah.
And then he saw him go toe-to-toe with the biggest asshole in the universe, and he should have won. Except freaking magic bullshit.
Yep.
You I can respect. Perfection.
Why do you think in Dark Side of Dimensions they had no interaction?
Because Kaiba didn't have anything to say. He
Exactly.
respects Joey. He doesn't have any insults for him. He doesn't have any orders to give him. He's not really sure how to interact with someone he truly respects. Look at his interactions with the Pharaoh.
Yes.
And if Kaiba ever holds a tournament, he's going to put Joey right on the top of the invite list.
Which he did in Season 5.
Exactly. honestly, another perfect representation of this character archetype is Wolfwood from Trigun.
Yeah.
Random guy, expert bounty hunter, still human.
Yep.
We're gonna swap you out. Hades, you're coming in. I need to change that who's holding the... We have a Corsola, but it's not Metal Claw. But in the end, even though, and this is a spoiler for decades old anime,
Yeah.
Wolfwood dies to the main villain, who is basically a genetically engineered deity. A genetically engineered superhuman alien with a god complex.
And it took that to end him.
It took that to end him. The main character is the exact same as the main villain, and was losing until he picked up Wolfwood's weapon and ended him.
Yep.
Wolfwood has his revenge. Beyond the grave, Wolfwood had his revenge. Thinking back on it, that's probably when my respect for the archetype in general just started. The perfectly normal human best friend that stands toe-to-toe with gods.
Who
Hello,
starts
Krillin.
off as who also starts off as an underdog.
Hello, Krillin.
True. True.
Literal gods. And then Krillin's just there like, I am doing everything I can to keep my family safe.
Yep.
For the return KO here. Fight is to hopefully clinch it, but not holding my breath. Oh. And you're only level 29?
Yeah, like I said, it's not as huge of a gap, but I believe they go to level 38 in the next area.
Huh.
Alright, so you
Okay, I
two
need
are
to take
not
the
going
experience
to
share from you.
do very much.
I don't have room for it?
You might be at the item cap. Because remember, this is Gen 3, they're still on bag cap.
Alright.
Yeah, I figured this might let get the attack off.
I'm going to use a rare candy. I'm going to use it on... What level does Beyblade evolve at?
40. Yes. 1 HP!
Might have 1 HP. Do they have a dream?
My Vaporeon tanked a sky attack on 1 HP.
I'm going to give the experience share to Beyblade. Take the amulet coin. No,
And it has a
Max
dream.
Revive.
It took out the Murkrow. Well, the Noctowl. Oh my gosh. Now you have you've developed fan art in my head in which they make Boba Fett look like Wobba Fett.
Or put Wobba Fett in a Mandalorian armor.
Yep. This is the way. I have spoken.
Okay. Here's my entire stance on the action-oriented Final Fantasy. I don't entirely like that they're going full action for the game, but as long as they keep Dragon Quest turn-based, I will not complain.
Well, that's what the spin-offs are for if they want to go away from the norm. Because they have a lot of spin-offs for Dragon Quest.
Yeah, a lot of spin-offs. An insane amount of spin-offs.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
I actually have
Just
one
look
of
at
their,
how many.
one of their.
Look at how many Final Fantasy spin-offs they have too.
I actually have one of Dragon Quest rare spin-offs, Fortune Street.
Oh.
It's a Monopoly game plus a stock market in which you pit Mario characters against Dragon Quest characters. And the maps for the Dragon Quest boards are all based off of, I think up until Dragon Quest 9.
Sentinels of Starry Skies. I appreciate Dragon Quest humor. Just a Grimer.
Also, again, thank you, Akira Toriyama.
Yes. Also, another one of those perfectly normal guys that are best friends with the hero and stand toe-to-toe with gods. Yangus!
Yep.
Literally just random bandit that tried to mug the hero and got saved by the hero. One of the most iconic characters in Dragon Quest history.
In my room currently I have 8 and 11.
Wait.
I know, I should grab the remakes at some point, but I will. Eventually.
And I have the first 6 immediately at hand. 3 on my Switch, 3 on my DS. I need to get the remake of 7. I need to find a copy.
They haven't done anything. They haven't remade 8 yet, but they're going up.
No, they remade 8 for the 3DS.
True, but if anything, they're just going to port it up. At this rate.
And if I could get 8 for the PS2, then I would. I have a capture card for the PS2, and I would stream that because it is good.
But it's also very expensive and rare.
I also have 9 on my 3DS. Well, DS, but I have a 3DS. You know what I mean.
Yeah. The only problem is it's like 3DS ROMs are a pain, and modded 3DSs to stream with are very expensive.
Yeah. They have a Kecleon and a Gligar and want to be a ninja. They're in the right direction. They got the team for it.
Yep.
Yanma and a Glue. Yanma's bug fly. Yanma's dead. Bloom's not tanky.
Nope. Yama sucked until it got its evolution, and Gloom is very frail, because it could still evolve, and even then, Bellossom's alright, and Vileplume's okay as well. They're
Yeah.
not great, they're just okay.
Alright, now we have an Ariados, a decent bug type, but not powerful enough.
Now, in the Crystal playthrough I just went through, the devs did buff Ariados. They made it faster and a little stronger.
As they should. Ariados deserves some love too.
They brought it back for ZA, and it's like, you think they would have buffed it a little, but no, they didn't even give it a Mega.
Yeah. Honestly,
Although I'm pretty sure a giant spider would be nightmare fuel, but oh well.
hey, Mega Beedrill exists. Give those
True.
arachnophobes the same fear I have.
Fair enough. Yeah, because a giant bee with 3 stingers needed more.
You think it still only has 3 stingers?
No, I was saying base Beedrill only has 3 stingers.
True. Sending you out for that. Issa, you're gonna destroy Nuzleaf. Ruin this guy's Nuzlocke.
Also, it's like giant killer bees with 3 stingers, and then Jesse states, "Ever been stung by one? It hurts." It's like, I don't want to imagine that. Thank you.
Yeah. It's worse when you're allergic to bees.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Also,
I
every
don't-
single rock type is also ground type in Gen 1.
Yes, there is no mono grass type. Mono rock type.
Not until Gen 5.
Jeez, it really did take them that long, didn't it?
Rug and roll. Ah,
And even then, it was just a copy of the Geodude line, but better.
yes.
And then they gave it the ability Sandstream.
Yes. Alright, I am on battle 40!
Also, the whole reason why the region is a desert, you're in the reason why it's a desert. Big enough mountain or mountain range can cause a rain shadow effect, and that's how you get deserts.
Yes. Just look at Gobi.
Yep.
Deserts are not always hot.
No,
The
sun goes down to
the
freezing.
biggest desert in the entire world is Antarctica.
Yes. A wasteland that cannot support life in any way. That
He's using
doesn't
facade.
have
He's using
doesn't
facade.
have doesn't have to be sand. Antarctic tundra is a type of desert if you think about it.
Yes. Rolling kick. Ooh.
It amazes me that your Ursaring's able to tank that.
I was impressed too. But I mean, it wasn't a multi-hit move, so
Still,
yeah.
so how is it able to rain in the desert? Not that it can't. It's just funny to imagine.
PM42, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. It's all a facade.
Exactly. Yeah, after I'm done with this tournament, I think I'm gonna call it.
Okay, in the end, I may have an additional stream of this game compared to you, or I will be going through the entirety of that base in a single stream. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna do more grinding.
we don't have to play it together since, you know.
It's not a race. It's
Nope.
not a Soul Link.
Though we should try that at some point.
And my team is not tanky. I say with my freaking Ursaring taking a rolling kick.
Well, it's tanky in a different way because Dustclops and Claydol are tanks.
When he gets there.
Yeah.
Hey, it's tanking if there's no enemies left to hit you. Right? Just like it's stealth
Fair.
if there's no witnesses.
Also, depending on how long it takes me to clear Soul Calibur, I may just continue on with this.
Fair. But yeah, when making a D&D character, you don't have to focus on all those class stereotypes. In fact, it's often better if you don't.
Think outside the box a little.
Take a character concept you want to use. Work on that character. Talk with the party. See how they all fit together. And then, what do you want your character to be capable of? How do they fight? Find a class that fits that and use it. The class is just your tool set. It is not your entire personality. You don't have to be a scholarly wizard. You could be that half-orc wizard that is basically a tribal shaman and be a divination wizard, the most brainy of the bunch, with oracles, bones, and stuff like that. You get your portent from looking into the campfire each morning.
I also love how, as you're talking, I'm going into the final battle, and it has this super intense music.
That is perfect. Just do what you feel is a good character. And don't fall into that thing of it's what my character would do. That's terrible
So,
thinking. That is horrible thinking.
and one favorite thing to bring up is when it comes to creating a character, there are no wrong answers.
Yeah, if the DM denies it, vetoes it, just use this line.
Adjust.
Just use this line. Okay, what can I do to make this fit in then? To
Yep.
make this work? Even the most hard-nosed DM will blink a couple of times and say, all right, let's figure this out.
Yep.
There is no decent DM that would fault you for asking, okay, this is the character I want to play, and I understand that you're
How's this
vetoing
going
it.
to work?
So how can we make this work? And my dog wants in the house. I have to give my dog his dinner as well, so I will be a little walking around.
Nice strategy with Sunny Day Chlorophyll. Too bad you used two grass flying types against my Ice Beamer.
I'm back.
TM19, that is Giga Drain. Not bad, not bad. Alright.
And
Well.
for those DMs out there worried about things like silvery barbs, don't worry. Just realize that everything your players have access to, your spellcasting monsters can have access to as well. Spell lists can be adjusted. After all, if you're going to the Feywild and you're being involved in a bunch of pixies, why wouldn't they have silvery barbs?
Alright. Gonna wrap things up here, so.
Alright, same here. Alrighty then. I hope you had a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever you're up to, whenever you're up to it, wherever you're up to it, however you're up to it, with, or however you're up to it, wherever you're up to it with, and wherever you're up to it. Make sure to drop a follow here on Twitch and check out Ryu no Kage over on his channel and follow him as well. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. No matter the site, no matter the time, hit that bell for notifications and check out my Discord for go live notification and to vote on things like what game I play next, what kind of character I make, add some chaos to my streams. It makes it more fun. And if you enjoyed my stuff and you want to see more, my channel's right here in the middle with every single VOD and playlist I have ever made, which can be overwhelming. So here's a playlist of me playing a different game entirely over there on the right. And if you didn't enjoy my stuff, but you stuck around anyway, you're awesome, you're amazing, and you deserve this video on the left. I don't know what it is, but YouTube thinks you'll like it. Stay safe, stay happy, stay crazy. Bye!